Welcome to my channel. Primary amoebic encephalitis caused by Naegleria fowleri. Why do we need to know about this? There are very few cases reported all around the world right from 1937, and around 99% end up in fatal consequences. Recently, there has been an episode reported from Kerala in the month of August, and as of now, there have been 66 cases diagnosed to be infected, out of which 18 of them have lost their life. This comes under the category of free living amoebae. Majorly for human infections, there are three genus. One is genus Naegleria, genus Acanthamoeba, and genus Balamuthia. We'll talk about Naegleria fowleri. This is a free living amoeba. It has three forms. You have the trophozoite or the amoeboid form, you have the free swimming flagellate form, and the cyst form. It is found all around the world. It's an environmental amoeba. You can see brisk movement at 21 degrees with the help of pseudopodia. It has a single nucleus with a large nucleolus and a nuclear membrane. There can be sometimes, if you watch very carefully, there can be a perinuclear halo with around 4 to 6 vacuoles, and this is the form which is seen mostly in the CSF and brain in patients who are infected with this particular pathogen. The next comes the flagellate form, which is more like a pear shaped, and it has two flagella on top, and it can revert from this form back to the trophozoite form, and it can replicate by binary fission. The third form is the cyst, which is a uninucleated double wall cyst. Now, both these forms are not seen in the CSF or brain samples in patients who are infected with Naegleria fowleri. Now, this particular thing, the amoeba transforms into trophozoite to flagellate, and the flagellate forms are most commonly seen in water. It will not multiply, but it can revert back to trophozoite form and multiply with binary fission. So it's a interchangeable form. The same way, the trophozoite can convert into cyst under unfavorable conditions. Now let us talk about primary amoebic meningoencephalitis, which was first recognized by scientists Fowler and Carter in 1965, and it was named as primary amoebic meningoencephalitis by Butt in 1966. This is because this Entamoeba histolytica can cause secondary infections in the brain. The source of this particular infection is a heavily infected areas with a free living parasite. So that can be fresh water, mud, moist soil, warm lake water, streams, ponds, or even indoor swimming pools. So what happens here? The infection most commonly starts with swimming in contaminated water or very close contact with decaying animal manure where this amoeba is very actively multiplying. So it's a mesopharyngeal contamination, and most commonly this infection is seen in children and young adults because of their active lifestyle, and it is not an opportunistic infection. The incubation period ranges from 5 to 7 days, and Naegleria has a affinity towards nerves. So from the nose, it goes into the nasal mucosa and attaches to the olfactory nerve fibers. It slowly grows along the nerve sheath, crosses the cribriform plate, goes into the subarachnoid basal cisterns, where it can produce an inflammatory reaction. So you can see macrophages, neutrophils, and varying number of trophozoites. When you look at the CSF, the sugar and protein levels are elevated more compared to bacterial meningitis. Usually the presentation is respiratory symptoms followed by signs of meningitis. Diagnosis wise, unstained preparations, if you do, you can see motility of the trophozoites. You can also do right stain or GIMSA staining or fluorescent antibody staining. Culture, you can do a non-nutrient agar seeded with E. coli. As per the recent treatment guidelines from CDC, the approved treatment is amphotericin B, along with other drugs have been tried, which include posaconazole, nitroloxone, rifampicin, along with steroids. The best approach right now is preventing this infection, and the idea is to avoid stagnant waters during the infective period. Avoid activities during the warmer months. Hold your nose or use a nose clip when you dive. Keep your head above the water. Avoid digging in or going down into shallow fresh waters where this amoeba are. So this is about Naegleria fowleri. I hope you like the content. Please like, share and subscribe with your friends for more useful content. Thank you.